Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm just talking to my little friend Jack the Sparrow. Got distracted. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to another weekly sacred pipe ceremony. Let's hope it's settled in here. Got my makeshift phone leaner upper against her. A rock. Welcome. I am Patrick, friendly neighborhood shaman. I need to take my sweatshirt off. It's actually warmer out here than I expected it to be, but hey, and it's sunny, so I need the old trusty hat. But welcome, I am Patrick. I said that already, your friendly neighborhood shaman. We are going to do sacred pipe ceremony. So just got here a little bit ago, got distracted by my sparrow friend Jack, but I'm getting getting us set up here now. Um, and if you still don't know what we're doing, I will explain. Um, Hi, Jack. It's, oh, I brought a treat for us. Some those of you that follow me know about my friend Thomas the Crow. So I always keep some snacks with me for him. But Jack's hanging out. Jack Sparrow's hanging out, so I'm gonna throw him some crumbs. There you go, Jack. There you go. He's happy. Yay. All right, so um we are gonna do sacred pipe ceremony. You know, if you've ever watched old westerns or anything like that, you know the peace pipe, that is what we're gonna be smoking, doing a sacred ceremony that is 19 generations old. So technically that's ancient, right? Um, and sorry, distractions. My sparrow friend Jack's been hanging around. I'm kind of waiting to see if my crow friend Thomas shows up. So if I keep looking around, it's because I'm looking. And plus, I got my hat on to keep the sun out of my eyes. So I can't just kind of turn my eyes and look. Anyway, so the sacred pipe was given the original was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by spirit woman who they call White Buffalo Calf Woman. And she came at a time when times were rough. There was a lot of infighting um, among the tribes. There was a lot of hunger. Game was scarce. There was drought. And so she brought the pipe as a way to help reunite the people, not only the people with each other, but with the mother as well, right? And that's what it said, that they forgot their connections to Mother Earth, which is why they were having such troubles. And so we smoked the pipe in order to remember we're not creating connections that weren't there before. We are remembering and awakening to the connections that are already there, whether it's with the spirits of nature or all the races of humans around the planet. And that's why this is still so pertinent in today's world, because as she explained, the stem of the pipe is the divine masculine. The bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. So when we put it together, hey Lasati, yay! Hey, I always have trouble seeing the names. Hi Hool. um, and so when we put the two together, it's like all of creation. It's the masculine and feminine. It's the hard and the soft. It's the light and the dark, all of those as one. And so it brings together within ourselves that same masculine and feminine. It brings men and women together. It brings all the races of humans together. It's about unification. And so even though it's kind of a Hollywoodism, the word peace pipe is kind of pertinent. And so that is what we're going to be smoking tonight. And the idea is that when we and it's just tobacco. You'll see that in the ceremony, I fill my pipe with tobacco, and then as we light it and we smoke, we don't actually inhale the smoke. We only draw it into our mouths and then we blow it out. Because it's for the benefit of the spirits, not for ourselves. And that smoke carries our prayers to Great Spirit. Um, and so, like I said, when we put the pipe together, um, it's all a creation. This is like when it came to the people, they were nomadic, right? And so this was basically church, and they could bring church wherever they were. Wherever they were was sacred ground, right? And so, and that's what it is to me. Like I come down here almost daily to do pipe ceremony, and this is basically my church. Um, because when you put it together until you take it apart is one giant prayer. And when we connect the two parts, it opens a channel straight to Creator so that all your thoughts, all your prayers, all your intentions um, are exponentially more powerful. They go straight to source with no filters, no lines, no filling things out in triplicate, just boom. Um, and anything else I needed to say about that? So I started doing this at the beginning of the pandemic when things seemed really strange and weird, weirder than normal, as a way for people to have like an hour a week to kind of connect inward to let the outside world go, to connect inward and have the opportunity to just sit in silence, sit in sacred space for a moment during their busy weeks, so that there was some kind of a foundation, some kind of a touchstone to feel that stability, to feel that centeredness at least once during the week when everything else was chaos. And because the world has not gotten any less weird or strange, I am still doing these. And so I'm glad you found your way here. Thank you for joining me. Um, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch and like my videos, share my videos. That helps me out. It helps other people. The more the merrier. The more people that it's such an honor and privilege to be able to share such a profound, magical ceremony with other people that I just would love as many people as possible to experience it. So and it's not something that you find on every street corner, something like a Starbucks, right? And a while back when I was doing a ceremony down here, and um, I'm a shaman. I work with my spirit. Oh, hello, Thomas. Let me introduce you. Let me introduce you to my little friend. This is Thomas. And funkin' and shaky because I'm reaching for some food. Sometimes on my way down, I'll stop at the espresso stand to get myself a chai. And um, even if I'm not hungry, I might get myself a breakfast sandwich or a cookie or something, just so I have something to share with Thomas. So that is Thomas, my friend the crow. Um, uh, anyway, so if you're new here, you can tell that I have a tendency to ramble and go on tangents, but it's all good. All right, so that's a lot about the pipe itself. Oh, I was saying that when I was down here one time doing pipe for myself, um, I have like spirit guides that just kind of pop in when I'm in the middle of ceremony or when I'm meditating or whatever. And Black Elk, the Lakota medicine man, just showed up and I'm like, holy crap, what are you doing here? Kind of thing. And so, seeing as he was a pipe carrier as well, I just asked his opinion, like, what do you think about what I'm doing here with these videos and stuff? Is it okay for me? Because it's not traditional to film ceremonies and such. And his words to me were, and this is almost word for word. I'm not sure if I'm getting everything, but it was like to have um to have the opportunity to share such a sacred space with so many people via, the internet and not to use it would be tragic. And so that is part of my mission is to sit here in sacred space and just to let that magic, let that energy ripple out into the world. Whoever needs it can find it. And so please, if you think someone might enjoy this, by all means, share the video. Um, and before any further, so that I don't forget, seeing as we are going into ceremony, we want to set ceremonial space, set our sacred space, which is basically calling in the elements and the spirits to surround us in a higher vibration of light and love, not necessarily to, protect us from all those bad spirits that want to come and eat our souls, but as a way to create an energetic container where, like when you're cooking a meal and you put your ingredient in the pot, you put the pot on the stove, you cover the pot, you create an energetic container where alchemical changes can take place that don't take place when those ingredients are just sitting on the counter. So when we set sacred space, it's more of a focus in rather than a keeping out, right? And one of the benefits of that is that when we have that sacred space around us, we know we are protected, we know we're safe. And so that allows us to take off our armor, to let go of the world, take the world off our shoulders. We don't have to be hyper vigilant. We don't have to be protective. We don't have to be defensive. We can let go of all that because we're being surrounded by love. We're protected. That higher vibration keeps anything of the lower vibration from coming in. And what that means is that instead of keeping our hearts closed in a protective manner out of fear, we can open our hearts to receive the blessings coming to us from spirit, right? Like there's a Zen saying of how you can't grasp water, right? You try to grasp water, it's going to squeeze out of your hand. The only way to hold water is with open hands. The same with our hearts to hold the blessings coming to us is that the more open our hearts are, the more blessings we can receive. So anyway, so here we go, setting sacred space. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the underworld, spirits of the lower, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your loving delight. Oh, all right. So, and for those who have watched over the winter time when I was doing my ceremonies in my apartment where I am not allowed to smoke, you saw my I would still fill the pipe, I would still take a drag off the pipe, but because I couldn't smoke, I would use bubbles. So I'd take a drag off the pipe and then I would blow those prayers through the bubbles, through the soap, and then the bubbles would carry my prayers. And I mentioned how what's really cool is when you combine the two of them and you blow smoke into the bubbles. Um, and it's like, so the bubbles are a little bit heavier because they're carrying the smoke and they just kind of float and then they hit the ground and it's like this little love bomb. The bubble bursts and the smoke just goes kind of. So I don't know how I'm going to work it in or how I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to do that at some point just to show you. Oh, and I haven't shown you, seen the greenery behind me. Let me show you where we are. This is a beautiful Cedar River in Renton, Washington. I was hoping um, that great big tree, it's hard to see it on the grandfather eagle tends to come and sit in that tree. I was hoping he'd be here tonight, but he's not yet anyway. But so this is our setting. This is where you are sitting here now that we are in sacred space. This is where you are sitting with me. And I have a medicine wheel I made in front of me. And someone came and put the sticks in there. And at first I'm like, hey, I don't know how I feel about that. But then I'm like, at least they didn't tear it down. I did one a couple weeks ago and I came back and it was gone. It wasn't even just disassembled. The stones weren't even sitting here. They were just gone. So this one stayed up for like a week and a half so far. So it's so cool to be able to do ceremony at a medicine wheel, and you can see the little thing of little pile of ash on the top. When we get done here, I'm going to take the ash from the bowl of my pipe from our prayers and our ceremony, and I will leave them as an offering on that stone. The stone is Great Spirit. It's the Spirit Stone. Um, so anyway, so I talked about the pipe. I talked about why I do what I do a little bit. So just to give you an idea of what the ceremony itself is going to look like so you can follow along. Mm. The first thing I'm going to do is light some sage and I'm going to smudge myself. I'm going to send some smudge to you through the ethers. And I'm going to smudge everything here on my altar. And then I'm going to raise my pipe, say a prayer, ask permission to smoke in this moment at this time, in this place at this time. um, and assuming the answer is yes, I will join my pipe and then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco from my pouch and I will fill the bowl. And that part I do out loud. So you'll be able to follow along with the prayers and everything I do as I'm filling my pipe. And then once my pipe is filled, I mentioned White Buffalo Cap Woman. the woman who brought the original sacred pipe to the Lakota people, way before I became a pipe carrier. Um, she showed up in a vision quest I was on, and she has been with me for almost 20 years now as one of my main spirit guides. And when I became a pipe carrier, she taught me a song that she asked that I sing before every ceremony that I facilitate. So once my pipe is filled, I will sing that song, and then that's when I'll light my pipe. And then what you'll see me doing, the next part's in silence. So you won't hear me say anything, but what you'll see me doing is I'll take a big puff of smoke, and then I will aim the pipe at one of the directions, eventually all four directions, and each one blowing that breath blessing to that direction, or to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up for Great Spirit. And then I will pause for a moment. That sound really isn't that bad, so maybe I'll take your hand off. Um, I'll pause for a moment of silent prayer with the stem to my forehead, the bowl in my heart, right? Masculine, feminine. And I'll come back, relight the pipe. And once I relight the pipe, the first thing I'm going to do is take a great big puff of smoke. I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. That is a blessing for you. And that is when that is the puff of smoke that will carry your best prayers, your best intentions, your best dreams to Great Spirit. So that's the place where you want to keep bring to mind those dreams, those prayers, those desires, those intentions, and allow Spirit to carry the smoke to carry them. Because through the magic of the internet and the holographic universe, that smoke will come through my camera, through the internet, out whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. So um, then I will continue to smoke. I think that might be when I'll do some smoke bubbles at that point. But then when it feels complete, I will raise my pipe again. I will say another prayer. Usually that prayer comes out, if you know what light language is, it comes out in light language. I have no idea what language it is, and to you it might just sound like a bunch of sounds and syllables and stuff. But um for me anyway, as the one saying the prayer, it really benefits me in keeping me out of my left brain, and open to allow the flow of whatever the energy is that's coming through those words, whatever those words are. So that I'm not sitting here thinking, okay, and I have to pray about this and I have to pray about that. Don't forget this. And it helps me to get out of my brain and into my heart. So just you won't understand the words, just feel them. And then when we're done with that prayer, I have another song I will sing at the end, and then I will take my pipe apart and we will call it a ceremony. So, um, yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I need one more chai. Two chai chai, hush hush, eye to eye. Two chai chai, hush hush, eye to eye. All right, here we go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your energy. Even if you're watching this weeks or years after the fact, the energy of these ceremonies does not diminish. It's just as vibrant and vital as the moment right now as I am taping it. Do a little bit of sweetgrass too. I actually have, I don't know if you can see that, I've got a braid of sweetgrass in my drum. It's so cool because when I pick up my drum, I play my drum, I get the waft of sweetgrass. Just one of my favorite scents in the entire world. It said that sweetgrass is the hair of the earth mother, and it's the love reaching for her children, and the scent of it helps you to remember things that you didn't know that you forgot. So anyway, here we go. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Majikiwas, and Waboos. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Until again. Mm. Grandmother, grandfather eagle, he sent a voice. Achamata tehea ho tamakatai, Navahora katai nabahu. Namatakatai, Naho hamanakatai. Tanaha henamoho ho pakatai, Anamalaho ka hai namadatabu. Tatarapahai, Anahokata, Atapanaho papavi, Nana Hakapaho. Tatikata homo ho ho pakatapahai. Namalaha ta ho ho katapahe si putamaho. Talakatai, Nanamaha, Tapakatehe, Tapaho, Tapakanamahai, Taho. Ihi laihio, Ihi laihio, Ihi laihio, Ihi, Ihi, Ihi laihio. Ihiraihio, ihiraihio, ihi- Oh, oof, wow, that is sacred pipe ceremony. I was raised Catholic, so I have literally been in ritual and ceremony my entire life, and this is hands down the most powerful, profound ceremony that I know of. And I was gonna do smoke bubbles, but, for those who don't know, like, um, sometimes when I do a vision quest, a lot of times it's there's a place in Central Washington I go to, and it's usually in the summer or the end of the summer, so it's fire season, so we're not allowed to have flames. Um, and, like, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you see sometimes I do these if it's raining or something, I might do the weekly ceremony in my apartment. Hello, woodpecker. Um, and where I can't smoke. And so you'll see me take a big puff from my pipe and instead of smoke carrying our prayers to Great Spirit, the bubbles carry them. Um, and I mentioned how what's really cool is when you combine the two, which is why I brought my bubbles with me. I had planned on doing some in the middle of the ceremony just so you could see. Um, but the tobacco I'm using is relatively new, and so it's fluffier, so there's more air in it, and so it burns faster. I didn't take that into consideration. And so by the time I got to that point, I tried doing one bubble, but it there wasn't enough smoke to really fill the bubble. So we'll do it again some other time. But and I was hesitant even to do that because there's people who think whimsy and fun and laughter have no place in solemn spiritual practices. To that I say, hooey. Um, where else you do ceremony for joy and to do something whimsically, to do blow bubbles. I'm not, um, I don't lessen the prayers. I actually, it invigorates me to do these whimsical things, right? And you feel that enthusiasm and that raises your frequency. Enlightenment doesn't care how you get there, right? And so, um, you can have fun, and that's if, I personally am not Lakota, um, but if I were, I have a feeling I would be a Heyoka, which is basically the sacred clowns, whose job it is to actually, um, they have a free pass. Hi, Thomas, to do anything. A lot of times they do things backwards, like they'll say goodbye when they're saying hello, and they're the sacred clowns. And their point is that ceremony, sacred practices, that the outside manifestation of those isn't the important part, it's what's inside. That it's kind of to I wasn't expecting to talk about this, so I'm kind of like I haven't thought about it for a while now. But um it's basically to remind you that all things are sacred, especially you. That even when you're doing ceremony, even though you've got your stones and crystals and feathers and sage and pipe and whatever else, that those things are tools. They are sacred and they do have a vibration, they do have energy, they do have power, they have consciousness, they're alive. At the same time, they're there to reflect that inner divinity, that inner, I just saw 4444 on my counter. They're there to reflect that inner divinity, that inner sacredness. You are what makes the world sacred. And so you can have fun, you can do things whimsically and still respect the traditions, right? It's kind of like ceremony, like take traditions. There's certain it's like um when you're fixing up a house, right? There's certain walls that are load bearing that you don't mess with, right? Those are the framework, but everything that's not load bearing is up for it's flexible. It's up for you could do anything, right? Doesn't matter what's in the middle as long as it's something you love. It's like you change the middle to reflect who you are, right? Anyway, I don't know if that's a really good analogy or not, but um, the purpose, the meaning is that You are sacred, no matter who you are. Right. Mm. You are enough. And the world is a better place with you in it. You bring meaning to the world. You bring purpose to the world. You are the purpose. Everything that's happened from the Big Bang until now has directly resulted in your existence. It was all for your benefit to bring you here. And we are the consciousness. We are the connect. Wow. Okay. I guess we're going there. Um, we are the mind of the divine. We are the awareness, the perception of the divine. We come into this world to be able to perceive the world, which gives the world meaning. For instance, if we weren't here to see them, there would be no such thing as a rainbow. The rainbow is just certain conditions and droplets of water in the air under certain weather conditions, blah, blah, blah. But if there were no one here to perceive the colors, the rainbow doesn't exist. It only exists because we're here to see it. You bring meaning to the world. And that's why our poets and our artists and our visionaries, etc., are so important because they help bypass that left brain and bring us into our heart where we can appreciate life, we can appreciate nature, we can appreciate ourselves, we can appreciate love on such a different level than we can just thinking about it. So I never know what I'm going to talk about in these videos. And sometimes I just saw, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, do I want to go there? Do I want to say that? And a lot of times it's because I've only got a short time to say things, but um, the things I'm saying, there's so many little tangents, and so I could talk. They're like seeds. I'm like planting seeds. I'm like planting kernels of truth. And any one of those, if I followed it, I could be here talking for hours. So this is kind of the Cliff Notes version, but I still hope you get something from my talks. I still hope that you benefit from the ceremony, from the magic, from the energy that comes from sitting in sacred space. With that, I think that is about it for tonight. So I will release our sacred space. Um, so again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That helps me out a lot. And share the videos and like the videos. That helps other people find them. It does something to the algorithms. Um, so other people can find me so I can trying to expand my voice. And so you can help out with that. And if you would like to help in a different way, if you would like to support your friendly neighborhood shaman and help me to be able to continue doing these videos and do my practice, you can help me support me financially. I've got my PayPal and Venmo links in the description under the video. This is my living. This is how I make my money. And so, and as is traditional that the community supports the shaman that supports the community that supports the shaman. It's this beautiful reciprocity. And by helping me out, um, you help you help me keep a roof over my kitty's head and food in her tummy. And it gives me but it allows me better to focus on my own spiritual path and growth. Um, so that I have more experiences and wisdom and things to come back and share with you. So it's an even exchange, it's a reciprocity, and anything you give, I receive with such gratitude. Um, really. Um, and if you would like to work with me one on one, you can check out my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. You can learn more about me. You can see the different shamanic services I offer, readings and teachings and healings. Oh my. Um, you can get a card reading, medicine card reading with me. You can get a healing, soul retrieval, different shamanic healing. Um, I don't have any classes scheduled right now, but I'll be having some coming up. So you can see the schedule on my website. And if you prefer to work one on one, I also do personal mentoring, one on one mentoring. So if you're having an awakening, if things are weird and you don't know which way to go or what's really going on, or you want to make some semblance of order out of the chaos going on around you, I would be honored to be your teacher and to mentor you. Right, I'm a shaman. I teach shamanic journey and shamanic practices. But the thing is that shamanism is the oldest known spiritual practice to humankind. And so it actually underlies it's every culture in the world has some form of shamanism at the roots. And so it underlies all religions, all philosophies. It can only enhance whatever your personal beliefs, whatever your personal practices are. Shamanism can only deepen and enhance them. So, and I love teaching people. I love shamanism. It's my passion, if you couldn't tell. So, anyway, all right, let's release the sacred space. Let the spirits return from whence they came. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the faith, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Oh, all right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for spending time with me in sacred space. I hope you can carry this energy, this love, this peace, this joy with you into your day-to-day world. I hope you come back next week. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shine. All right, bye now.